Chez V'hine Hashem matir asurim v'somech noflim. Now Hashem releases the bound and supports those who fall. So before we talked about somech noflim in the context of zokef kufufim, that was mentioned, and now he prefaces by saying Hashem matir asurim, and is also somech noflim v'ze bein b'neshamas Yisrael shelamata beguf hu yizbarech somech noflim. But we seem to still be talking about primarily somech noflim, and this is whether it's the souls of Israel below in a body. He may be blessed, supports those who fall, akimasan minifilasan, to lift them up from their having fallen down. L'shuv el Hashem, to return to Hashem, lihios imo panim bepanim, to be with him face to face. Ubein b'knesset Yisrael l'mayla, or whether we're talking about the souls of Israel above. So both the souls below in a body and the souls above in the spiritual realms. We can understand this by prefacing what it says in another place. Al pasuki haharim yamushu, vayin al pasuk rashi amatos, shahaetz hayutza la'adam, shiakub minifilaso, that the advice that's given to a person that he should get up from having fallen, liosach zaros panim bepanim, to have a return of face to face. It's like the statement that you have sanctified us with your mitzvos. That through the fulfillment of the mitzvos, we draw down the concept of the supernal will. Mamer miskala benefesh, and it shines and is revealed in the soul. Ramach mitzvos say, and Ramach evarim de malka, because the 248 positive commandments are 248 limbs of the king. Ukamashal, and for example, when you hold a person by one of his limbs, that when you draw the limb, you're also drawing his entire life force with it. You're drawing the person. So too with the mitzvos, which are a concept of vessels, so it draws down the divine will into the soul of the person. To have through this an awakening of the will in the soul, Gamkin also, to cleave to him in a concept of great love. So the limb is that you draw the person is like the cleave of the mitzvah, that you draw the ratzon into you, and that awakens your ratzon. To love Hashem with a great love. And this is what it says. Further in Ashrei, that Hashem fulfills the will of those who fear him, but you can also translate it as he creates the will of those who fear him. He's oseh the ratzon, that Shuhu Yizbarech Pol Yeshuos, that he may be blessed, causes savings, to awaken the will inside of the person towards him. That if you're fallen down, meaning that you have a lack of hisorurus in midos, so he awakens you to have the ratzon to ledavka bo. And this is specifically through drawing down the supernal will that's within mitzvos. And this is that he satiates all life with will. When we say that also in the next pasuk in Ashrei as well, it says that he he satiates all alive with ratzon, with will, again through the mitzvos. And this is that he sanctified us with his mitzvos. And l'chol chai ratzon is Rachel. So maybe this also hints to this idea of malchus and the nefila, that he gives ratzon through the poseachas yadecha. And this is what we say, that you've sanctified us with your mitzvos. That through the mitzvos you draw down a supernal holiness from the concept of holy and removed from beyond. That is that which cannot be enclosed within worlds. That is the supernal will. So when we say Kiddishanu, we're referring to Ratzon, we're referring to the supernal will. The Kadesho Sanu, to sanctify us, to elevate us to the concept that's removed beyond the world. That also there should be drawn into the soul of man a glimmer of this revelation, the revelation of this glimmer, in a person's soul, to have the love and will and the supernal will within the soul, which is a concept of the desire of the heart and great love. And this is what it says, and you'll do all of my mitzvos, and you'll become holy. To your Elokash, mitzvos, that through doing the mitzvos, will rest upon you truly supernal holiness. And this is the meaning of that's the concept of the meaning of the bracha on the mitzvah, Baruch that when we say Baruch, it means to draw down and reveal and so forth. And this is also the concept that mitzvos need intention. They need this concept because the whole point of the bracha is to draw down the Kodesh Elyon, to have the ratzon in the nefesh, this love and ratzon within the nefesh towards Hashem and so forth. So that's the concept that the mitzvos need kavana. It goes together with the bracha. And the mitzvos are the ones that draw down the Ratzon Elyon. Therefore, they're part and parcel of the Kavanah. And that is that you should be, and you should be parallel. The word Kavanah can also mean mechuvan, can be directly fit, that it fits directly with how it is above. It's parallel to above, below as it is above. That in the mitzvos are a revelation of the divine will. And remember, in the beginning of this paragraph, we started talking about how Hashem is somech lenoflim, both in Hashemus Yisrael above and the ones below in a body. So it's a concept of also as above and below. And even now, however, even though this is true, that through fulfilling the mitzvahs we draw down a revelation of the will and the soul, kanal, like we said. And with all this, it's enough for very high souls. That's enough for very high souls. That's enough, that their souls are very pure, till this light shines and is revealed within their soul, of these high souls, and causes a revelation of this love and so forth, which is not the case with souls that are from the concept of the heels, the lower souls, they're not aroused so much because of the coarseness of their animalistic soul, that prevents and that hides and prevents this revelation of the light of the supernal will, that it should not shine in the soul in an inner way, only in an encompassing way alone, and therefore the light, the revelation of light of love, does not shine in the soul in an inner way through this person's having done mitzvahs and said the bracha with kavanah and so forth. And therefore, in order to awaken the love in the person's soul, a person needs an extra help besides this and so forth. And therefore our sages said, that if Israel does tshuva, will be redeemed. That this implies that it's not enough that you don't do an avera, but rather you actually tshuva dafka, but you actually have to do tshuva to be redeemed. That is the concept of awakening great mercies on the soul. To lift it up from its having fallen down, like we say, return us. Return our days like before. The kekedem dafka, specifically as they were before. So it's a concept of being lifted up from the nefila as well. And it comes through tshuva hashivenu. So in this case, the mitzvahs aren't enough. Tam kanal, the reasons, like we said, about the nefesh Bahamis covering it over. And look what's brought on the verse, that you will shine my candle, Havaya, or the Atan Neri Havaya. That you are my candle, Havaya, Vashem Yagia Choshki, and Hashem will shine my darkness. These are it's more that these are two levels. That in the later generations, because in the later generations, each generation, the souls that are drawn down, they're from a lower level than the previous generation, and for this reason, that Hashem should shine my darkness, because you have one concept of Hashem shining your candle, which seems to correspond with the idea of the Ratzon Elyon and Gilui HaNefesh through the mitzvos. And then you have Hashem shining the darkness, which seems to be when you are in darkness, you need an extra help, like tshuva. So, for this reason, you have to have that Hashem should shine my darkness, to draw down a help and a support from a higher concept, like the concept that I will pass through the land of Mitzrayim, me and not an angel and so forth. Another reason is explained in a different way, according to that the mountains will falter and so forth, but I will not falter. Again, a concept of Hashem's support. The harim are the avos and the midos and so forth, but Hashem's siyua comes from a higher place, so it's similar to what we brought here about the needing the help from a higher place from tshuva.